Here.
Good morning.
Okay, beautiful. Good morning. It's 9:30. We're going to go on the record. It's 9:30 a.m. I'd like to call today's hearings to order. There are two matters that are on the docket. There's Chevron Products Company, case number 831-407 for a short variance. And then there's South Coast AQMD versus City of Fontana, case number 5704-2, status report modification order for abatement. Two members of the hearing board who are participating remotely, both members, we shall presume that your agenda was posted pursuant to the Brown Act,
Yes,
This is true.
and no individuals are in the rooms with you with the exception of Mr. Peralta.
correct.
None
Okay.
here. None here.
And Mr. Perry, you're alone, I
Correct.
surmise. Okay, very well. Mr. Clerk, are there any individuals who've sought recognition online to provide public comment or evidentiary testimony?
No.
Let the record reflect that no one has sought recognition. Let the record also reflect that no one has appeared before the board to provide any public comment or evidentiary testimony. So we're going to proceed forward. Both matters are on consent. Exhibits for today's hearing, Chevron Products case number 831-407. The petition is Exhibit 1, stipulation to place consent calendar. Place matter on consent calendar. Exhibit number 2, declaration of Andre West, last name W-E-S-T. Number 3, proposed findings and decisions. And then there's another exhibit, hearing board exhibit HB1, email exchange between board member Balak Apollon and parties dated 8/15/2025. And so we'll take that case first. Any discussion, deliberation on that matter before a motion is laid upon the table? Mr. Balak Apollon.
Yes, I don't know if you read the change I had proposed to the condition. Anyway, the request is for the short variance to do some repairs on the heater because it is heating up, and so they need to take the SCR offline to do the repairs. It's almost akin to repairing the car when the engine is running, but I guess they're going to do it, clean the pipes. But so they need the variance to do the repairs. And so they will be in violation of administrative condition that requires the furnace to be vented to a SCR system that helps to reduce the NOx. So they're going to have to take that offline. And non-compliance is beyond their control because to shut down and to restart, there'll be more emissions. So they are going to do it without shutting down, albeit they'll be using natural gas enough refinery gas, and they'll also minimize. I'm not sure how they're going to actually reduce the NOx to 5 ppm as they claim, but nevertheless, so that's the second condition. Third, the harm to the petitioner outweighs the benefit to air quality if the variance is not granted. In this case, the excess emission they had estimated was 26, but in this petition they say there shouldn't be any excess emission. So and they've given consideration to curtailing operations, so they're going to reduce, I guess, the capacity of the heater. They're going to change to natural gas during the period, and I guess some other adjustments so they can keep the emissions at or below 5 ppm. So that'll reduce the excess emission to the maximum extent feasible, and also they have a SEMS monitor, so they'll be monitoring the NOx emission during the period. The only concern I had, and which is my comment, so I had them revise the condition, is to pay. I don't believe, at least I don't think I don't see how without the SCR they can keep the emissions below 5 ppm. and maybe they can, I don't know. But nevertheless, the NOx SEMS will give the readings. And so if they do exceed the 5 ppm, then there's language now to have them pay the excess emission fees during that period. So that's the one change that I had suggested, which they accepted. That's to pay the excess emission fee. So Paul, with the changes, I think I can make the 6 findings to grant the short variance.
Any additional comments? All right, I'm going to lay a motion upon the table. I move that we grant a short variance, in this case, 831-407, from district rules and administrative conditions as encased in Exhibit 3 for the period commencing August 25, 2025, and continuing through final completion, but no later than September 2025.
It's 2025. You said 2005.
2025. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, this has been moved by Ali. This has been seconded by Dr. Abraham. Any further question or discussion on this motion? Hearing none. Dr. Abraham?
Aye.
Ms. Verdugo-Peralta?
Aye.
Mr. Pollock-Kaplan?
Aye.
Mr. Freeman?
Aye.
And Ali votes in the affirmative. The matter is hereby approved unanimously, and we're moving down to the City of Fontana. City of Fontana, have a great day, Councilor. City of Fontana, case number 5704-2, petition exhibit number 7, stipulation placed on consent calendar number 8. Exhibit 8 is declaration of Eric Ninemire, or Ninemire, N-I-M-E-M-I-R-E, N-I-N-E-M-I-R-E. Exhibit number 9, proposed findings and decisions with attachment A. Hearing board exhibits HB3, email exchange between Board Member Pollock-Kaplan and parties dated 8/1/2025. Discussion?
We put the changes on the date for the post findings. Stipulation.
Okay, so
To make the motion.
yes. All right, so we would just, hold on one second, let me pull the document. Yeah, so just for the record, what the clerk is referencing is the date being changed from August 19th to August 20th. But of course, we will clean that up in the motion. All right, discussion? Deliberation? Mr. Pollock-Kaplan?
Yes, again, I had some comments on it only because it was, as I pointed out, and it's always the case when you have stipulated order abatement or that goes over several years and there's chronology of events that occur. So I think I mentioned it was a little confusing the way it was worded. So Ms. Roberts actually reformatted it, and so it shows the dates when some of the previous orders were adopted and the changes now. The main change is they are in compliance. They have been. They have the last vehicle non-compliant unit was removed April 16 of this year. However, and I did question why we even need a hearing to change the date of hearing about jurisdiction, because there's a condition saying that they inform the district clerk when they're in compliance. But Ms. Roberts pointed to a case study and said that we need to make the change. So that's the change. Basically, we modify the request is to modify the order abatement to say that the jurisdiction of the board ends today. So we have to change in the document from 19th to 20th, and that will end the matter per se. So we have, as of today, at the end of today, we won't have any jurisdiction, but that's okay because they're already in compliance as of April of this year. And I think in the future, maybe on something like this, condition 8 and 9, maybe one way to look at it is to combine it so that we can, if we have a future date for jurisdiction, but if they submit some document to the clerk saying they already achieved compliance, we can put a language that either, or, maintain the jurisdiction, or when they inform the district, so we don't have to have a hearing basically, but that's for another case, another time. So I do find good cause for us to make the modification to sunset basically our jurisdiction as of today. So that's the other change that has to be made to the finding a decision document for the stipulated order of abatement modification.
Any further deliberation, question, or discussion? All right, in the matter of City of Fontana Facility ID number 33088, case number 5704-2, I move that we find good cause to grant an order of abatement, to grant an order for abatement as set forth in the proposed findings and decisions 9, inclusive of attachment A, with the following changes: that we amend the findings and decision for order of abatement stipulated agreement to strike out August 19 as the date for which the hearing board would retain jurisdiction over this matter until, as it were, and replace the 19th with the 20th, August 20th, 2025. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dr. Abraham. Any further question or discussion? Hearing none, Dr. Abraham, your vote.
Aye.
Ms. Verdugo Peralta,
Aye.
Mr. Pearman,
Aye.
Mr. Balakapalan.
Aye.
All votes in the affirmative, the matter is hereby approved unanimously. We are off the record and adjourned at 9:41 a.m.
Thank you.